And continue our checklist. So covers are removed, GPU as required, cabin doors closed, anti-ice is off, left and right fuel computers are on, primary inverters are on, parking brake is set, hydraulic pump is off, it's down here, cooling fan is off, auxiliary heat is off, beacon lights, we can put that on now. So beacon light is on, nav lights are on, thrust levers in a cutoff, engine sync is off. So clear right.
All aircraft be advised, information Bravo now current, QNH 1015.
1015. Okay. Put it on the standby there. That's just 30 inches. Okay, set 3 times. Okay, cleared start number 2. Okay, 10 to 13%. Oh, wrong one. Oh, come on. There we go. Number 2. Alright, all pressure is up. It looks good. Fuel flow. Once we take the red light is out, switch the generator on, and our amps are good below the 100 mark there. Looks good. Those guys don't want to open the windows. We need our windows open for takeoff, guys. Windows, windows, windows. Show passengers, pills, sync. Where is the window? Shades. Get those things open, boy. Yeah, that's better. Now you can see outside. Okay, number 1. Okay, good starts in both. Oil pressure is coming up. Go ahead and put the generator online. Amps, pressures, all in the green. Fuel flow is good, all normal looking. Very good, very good, very good. So we'll put the windshield on hold, pitot heaters to go. Over there, right. Before takeoff, let's check all flight controls. flight controls are checked. Thrust reverse is on. Avionics frequencies are checked. Autopilot is set. N1 reminder set 97. Spoilers are retracted. Flaps. Use out of here 20. Okay, flaps 20 set. We'll have to retract them pretty quickly. This thing accelerates so fast. So before I reach 200, at least once I'm out at a 180 speed, I'll start retracting the flaps. Radio windshield pitot heats to go. We'll put that on at the end of the runway. Radio altimeter is set. Heat, primary and secondary inverters are on. Air gens 1 and 2 we can put us on for takeoff. Left and right stall warnings check. Bleed switch is on. Pressurization is set. It's a low altitude flight, so we can leave this at sea level for the cabin. Cabin air is on. We can put the cooling fan on. Kind of warm down here in the Caribbean. Yaw damper, primary and secondary power. So put the primary, secondary power on. Also put the steering on for taxi. Okay, annunciator lights tested. Okay, I think we are good to go.
November 35 Romeo Tango, request taxi.
November 35 Romeo Tango, runway 09er taxi via Bravo.
Runway 09er taxi via Bravo, November 35 Romeo Tango.
November 35 Romeo Tango, contact George F. Charles Tower 118.0.
Over to Tower 118.0, November 35 Romeo Tango.
Okay, we got the taxi lights on. Park brake is released. We did a reverser check.
November 35 Romeo Tango, ready for departure, runway 09er.
November 35 Romeo Tango, backtrack runway 09er. Call when ready for departure.
Backtrack runway 09er. Call when ready. November 35 Romeo Tango.
Backtracking, and we got our strobes and recognition light on. Landing lights are on. Approach is clear. Okay, so departure reminder, straight ahead, 50 feet, be turning left, heading north, climbing to 6,000, setting 97% of the torque. Passengers notified, and we are ready to go, ladies and gents. Video heats are on, so we only have green lights now. The altitude is armed. On takeoff roll, we'll disconnect the nose wheel steering.
November 35 Romeo Tango, ready for departure, runway 09er.
November 35 Romeo Tango, George F. Charles Tower, wind 115 at 13, fly heading 090, runway 09er, cleared for takeoff.
Fly heading 090, runway 09er, cleared for takeoff, November 35 Romeo Tango.
Okay, clear for takeoff. We'll make the left turn, then I'll turn right, heading 090, and follow the vectors from A to C. Alright guys, so back. Let's get going. Alright. Bearing is off. Power set. Rotate. Positive, gear up. Oh yeah. Check.
November 35 Romeo
Laps up.
Tango, contact Piarco radar 123.7. Have a good day.
Contact Piarco radar 123.7. Climb to flight level 100, November 35 Romeo Tango.
November 35 Romeo Tango, turn right, heading 150.
Turn right, heading 150, November 35 Romeo Tango.
Okay, speed is good, just below 250, heading 150, climbing to 10,000.
November 35 Romeo Tango, climb to flight level 190.
Climb to flight level 190, November 35 Romeo Tango.
At 190 set, and approaching transition at 2992. So guys, that was an exciting takeoff out of George Charles. Early left turn. We flew around the north of the island and presently climbing to 190, our final level. We have 2992. So he's she's given us an intercept heading for the track. Speed is 240 knots, 4,000 feet per minute, and you can see us here.
November 35 Romeo Tango, cleared direct Teddy. Resume own navigation.
Roger, heading direct Teddy, then resume own navigation November 35 Romeo Tango. Thanks.
My pleasure. Enjoy your flight.
Alright, we cleared direct Teddy. It's set and we are nav green. Approaching 1 to go. One to go. Leveling 190. After takeoff, checks, climb bar is set, reverse is off. Flaps are up. See here, flaps indicating up. Gear is up, engine sync off, yaw damper.
November 35 Romeo Tango, Piarco radar. Expect radar vectors. ILS Zulu runway 09.
Bringing the power back a bit.
Expect radar vectors, ILS Zulu runway 09er, November 35 Romeo Tango.
November 35 Romeo Tango, turn left, heading 090, intercept the 09er localizer, vectors for Grantley Adams Airport.
Turn left, heading 090, intercept the 09er localizer, November 35 Romeo Tango.
Why would I want to turn left? wants me to turn left and intercept the 090 localizer. That's not possible. Maybe she's gonna turn
November
it.
35 Romeo Tango, radar vectors, ILS Zulu runway 09er. Report ready for descent.
Radar vectors, ILS Zulu runway 09er. Call when ready. November 35 Romeo Tango.
November 35 Romeo Tango, Grantley Adams landing runway 09er.
Grantley Adams, landing runway 09er. November 35 Romeo Tango.
November 35 Romeo Tango, contact Adams approach 129er.35.
Contact Adams approach 129er.35. November 35 Romeo Tango. Adams, November 35 Romeo Tango. Good day. Flight level 190, we have uniform.
November 35 Romeo Tango Adams approach. QNH 1014 expect radar vectors for ILS Zulu runway 09er.
QNH 1014 expect radar vectors for ILS Zulu runway 09er. November 35 Romeo Tango.
November 35 Romeo Tango, descend to 2,000 feet, QNH 1015.
Descend to 2,000 feet, QNH 1015. November 35 Romeo Tango.
November 35 Romeo Tango, 54 miles from Olido, turn left, heading 140, maintain 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 09er.
Turn left, heading 140, 2,000 feet until established. Cleared ILS Zulu runway 09er. November 35 Romeo Tango.
November 35 Romeo Tango, contact Adams Tower 118.7.
Contact Tower 118.7. November 35 Romeo Tango. Adams Tower, November 35 Romeo Tango. ILS Zulu runway 09er.
November 35 Romeo Tango, Adams Tower, wind 115 at 20, runway 09er cleared to land.
Cleared to land. Wow.
Runway 09er cleared to land. November 35 Romeo Tango.
We cleared for the ILS runway 9. We cleared to land, and we are still 35 miles to go. So anyway, we activated the approach. The ILS 09. Frequency is, well, it changed to 110. Is it changing my ILS to the Yankee or something? I think it is. 09 Yankee is 110.1. Yes, it did. So I selected the approach to activate it, and it changed it to ILS Yankee. So 110.1 in one course is still 091. Our minimums is set. Our minimums is set 384. And I'm not too sure, it's the category B, let's see what our approach speed is. You can see for your B or C. So in the meantime, we're descending to 2,000 at 250 knots. There's the island coming into view. So our landing weight is 14.5. So we can kind of interpolate between these two. So let's call it 125 and 133 approach climb. So VRF 135. So yeah, that's the category C. So 135, and now I'm going to dial in 200 here. That will be our configuration speed, 200 knots. So we're descending to 13, we're going to 2,000. So let's put the altimeter, that's 30 inches. 1015, 30 inches, 3 times. 091 is of course inbound, and we still have the VR on the number 2, and the ILS in number 1. My nose is sticking. Yeah, our descent checklist, VRF and go-around speeds are checked, avionic frequencies are set, anti-icing's on, windshield as required, pressurization is checked, sea level. And through 10,000, past our seatbelt sign is on, we'll put on the lights. And our ignition, I'll just move this control column for a sec. Air ignition are on. Okay, getting our speed back to 200 now, and I have control for a second. Resetting the speed. Okay, approaching 2000. The localizer is trying to make up its mind here. It should go off to the right. We still left of the inbound course. There we go. Now we can go ahead and arm the approach and the glide slope. It looks like it's turning to intercept already. Here we have localizer, glide slope armed. Capturing, then it's losing capture. What you doing there, baby? So we are captured. I don't know why it keeps going off. I arm the glide slope, it goes off. Let's go ahead and get our flaps. 8. Glide slope is alive. 1 dot, speed check, landing gear down. Glide slope capture. Flaps 20. And we are clear to land. Approach checks have been completed. Our hydraulic pressures are good. Fuel is balanced. Landing go around. Altitude to set. Runways in sight. Missed approach altitude is 3,000. Set. And check down beaches. Oh my god. Yeah, let me get inside before we lose control of this hot rod. Okay, we got 3 down. Let's go ahead and arm the thrust reverses. And landing assured, got the flaps full. Minimums continue. Autopilot off.
November 35 Romeo Tango, exit next available taxiway.
Exit next available taxiway. November 35 Romeo Tango.
What the Ross is that thing doing on the runway? Guys, this is... gotta file a report on that one. That's unacceptable. Need a better binding for this nose wheel steering.
November 35 Romeo Tango, contact ground 121.9er. Have a good day.
Ground 121.9er. November 35 Romeo Tango. November 35 Romeo Tango. Request taxi to the ramp.
November 35 Romeo Tango, welcome to Grandly Adams Airport. Say parking or advise if need assignment.
Any ramp is fine. November 35 Romeo Tango.
November 35 Romeo Tango, ramp Sierra 3 taxi via Delta, Kilo.
Ramp Sierra 3 via Delta, Kilo. November 35 Romeo Tango.
He wants me to cross the runway and go to the other side. I don't know about that. Guys, we're just going to put it here in front of the tower and call it a night. Get our passengers in. So welcome to Barbados. Okay, park brake is set. Let's go ahead and shut her down. Seatbelt signs off. Beacon off. Hey, chocks on. We requested a GPU. Open the cockpit door. Hi guys, hope you enjoyed the flight. Welcome to Barbados. Oh, we do that first. That open. That. Okay, the GPU is hooked up. So let's go ahead and get these guys off. Alright guys, nice one. I enjoyed that short little flight. And we're gonna hit some replays now and check out my masterful landing. Yuck, 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 yuck. We gotta trim this. Let's go out here. Thought I closed it. Cabin door. There we go. Gotta love Barbados for the beaches.
All aircraft be advised information Victor now current. QNH 1014. November 35 Romeo Tango, cross runway 09er at Delta. Continue taxi via Charlie, Alpha, Delta. Hold short runway 09er.
Cross runway 09er at Delta. Continue taxi via Charlie, Alpha, Delta. Hold short runway 09er. November 35 Romeo Tango.
Guys, I hope you enjoyed the flight as much as I did. It was really enjoyable flying the little Lear. We'll try and do a few more of these short flights, and well, in the coming weeks for sure. Nice one.
November 35 Romeo Tango, cross runway 09er at Delta. Continue taxi via Charlie, Alpha, Delta, Kilo.
Cross runway 09er at Delta. Continue taxi via Charlie, Alpha, Delta, Kilo, November 35 Romeo Tango.
Okay, I'll just do one more from the ground replay. Oops, what's that? That's a classic LEARJET touchdown. Loving it, loving it.